There at the White House here, major news on the Israel-Hamas war front coming from President Biden today. We did hear from this as well from the president himself. I want to put up the tweet confirming the report from Laura Seligman there at Politico saying this: the U.S. military is working to airdrop humanitarian aid to Gaza in the coming days. LiveNOW, look there. Also in southern Israel, looking into the Gaza Strip, we also have a pretty cool nighttime view there. This is live in Tel Aviv. As well, let's talk about this major development in the Israel-Hamas war and what it means for the United States' role in it. We're going to do that right now with our friend national security analyst and expert and retired Marine intelligence officer, Kempfer, also host of the Strat podcast, and he joins me on this Friday. Hal, thanks for being with us here. We were kind of texting offline about what this could potentially mean, that the United States will begin airdropping humanitarian assistance into Gaza a day after dozens of Palestinians were killed during a chaotic encounter with Israeli troops. I'm reading from the Associated Press first. I just have to note the verbiage here now that the Associated Press, after this, what another day saying, that this attack on a humanitarian aid convoy, they are now calling this a chaotic encounter. What do you make of that, Andrew, based on the imagery that we got from the drone that the Israelis are flying? It was a chaotic encounter. It was basically the crowds, which are desperate, they're starving. They simply surged on the aid convoy, surged on the trucks. They were grabbing stuff off. And keep in mind, it's still dark. It's very early morning, between 4 and 5. So it's absolute chaos out there. And on all issues of, the group that was approaching the Israeli tanks aside, what you see is just a failed distribution program, a failed delivery program. And what it means is it's very difficult to get aid in there. So we're going to do what the Jordanians and others have been doing, which is doing airdrops, if you will, of aid from via parachute into the Gaza Strip. And Hal, not only are drops too, but the prospect of marine drops as well by sea. What would that look like? Well, it's interesting. It's as you know, I'm a former parachutist, and so I'm very familiar with that. And of course, the marine. Well, that's kind of what we do, is of CEO to shore. What it would be is they would fly planes over probably C-130s, but it could be any type of plane that they want, and they would fly, and they basically push large pallets. MREs is what I'm told, meals ready to eat. That would then parachute into the area. Now, the problem with this area is the density. You have this very dense, confined population, and you have destroyed infrastructure.